All right, we are here for the qualifying for the GR3 class at Atlanta for round 1 of season 2 of LRC's The League. I am joined by Dinosaur. Dinosaur, how are you doing and how excited are you for this race?
I am doing well. I am super excited for this race. These boys are all fast and highly skilled, and I think they're about to throw down for the next hour around this track.
Yeah, I'm excited because the skill level of everyone here is like really, really high. The ability and the times that we're gonna see are all really close. So I think we're gonna see good racing, some really close calls, some really interesting strategic decisions. It's gonna be a great race today.
I completely agree. I think we're in for a treat with these guys. We'll see. The GR4 qualifying from 1st to 13th was about a 3.5 second gap, which is a lot tighter than what we saw on average last season. I think these guys will be a little closer, maybe 2 seconds from 1st to 14th between the lot of them.
Yeah, we'll see. Maybe, someone will pull out some ridiculous time and kind of be an outlier. So Dutra, a last-minute substitution for the league, has been putting some insane times for hot lapping. So we'll see how he does for this session. But Toasty's incredibly fast too. Like KG's incredibly fast and Hubble's fast. So we'll see how it plays out.
Yeah, we will see how it plays out. Last night in our Monday night racing, Dutra and Ryder had about 4 back-to-back head-to-head battles. Their speed matched up quite nicely. I'll see if it plays out the same tonight.
Oh man, that's exciting. So just to go and introduce the drivers and the teams for this season, we got Toasty starting, or just finishing almost closely, his first hot lap here for CrowdStrike Racing Lexus. We got Alan not too far behind him in the number 1 car, our former champion from season 1, the team captain of Shinra Electric Power Company, representing the Toyota manufacturer. Silva getting in second there with the Maelstrom Nissan car. KG in the Vet Intimidator Racing Chevrolet. And as you may see if you're joining us from the previous stream, the teams are the same, just the cars are different. So these cars are the GR3 class racing cars, but the teams are still the same across the divisions. We got Azazel in 5th, representing the Bahamut Subaru BRZ. Bike Guru in 7th, the other VIR car. B Dutra, we talked about him earlier, in the Shinra Toyota car. Harm's Way in the HHR Mazda. We got Flying Disc, the other driver of the CrowdStrike Racing Lexus team. Raleigh Rancher, part of the Avanti Corsa Honda team. We got our Ryder, the other driver for the Maelstrom Racing Nissan. War Eagle, he is running the BRZ. I think that's the other Bahamut car. Doesn't have the livery with him today. Doesn't have the livery with him. And I think our last driver I have yet to introduce is Hubble Spheres. In an interesting livery. It looks like maybe his livery didn't load or something.
I think that's on your end.
Oh, interesting.
Unfortunately, because Hubble and War both are in the correct liveries in the car. Hopefully we can get that sorted out before the race starts. Hubble Sphere actually just took the pole when you started talking about him. Quite the opposite of the commentator's curse. 3/10 over Toasty with a 118.299. What a flyer for the Honda. Oh, no.
Bends it. There's the commentator curse right there for you.
There it is. I even had to bring it up. I apologize, Hubble, when you watch this later.
So currently his best lap at 118.299. He'll be making a trip back to the pits to fix his damage and potentially change tires. Looks like Toasty has already done that, setting up for his next hot lap. Yeah, it seems like there's something up with my my stream here, because like even Ryder's livery is like all white and it's not supposed to be all white.
Yeah,
So
he's
going
showing
on
you
here.
the stock liveries for the cars.
Yeah,
All 14
Unfortunate.
drivers are here with liveries on their car. It's not completely unfortunate. I don't know if you swapped the stream over to Bike Guru. He had a little incident with the number on the side of his car. It does not quite fit his livery for this week. Hopefully he'll get that sorted out for next week. Oh, no, his is loading perfectly on the stream in
right.
all its glory.
Oh man. Yeah, there it is. Big 803 on the side of his car. Only on the right side. Diving into the pits. So the tire wear here is so intense that you'll typically get one out lap, one hot lap, and then another in lap to go change your tires. So in effect, you'll probably get maybe 3 hot laps total if you do things correctly.
Yeah, that was how it played out, at least for me in the first race. I did 2 hot laps on my first stint, and then I pitted and got 1 last hot lap as the time ran out with the low fuel.
Yeah.
So 3 hot laps. A tire where it's the front left that gets destroyed on this track. Mainly coming at that last turn, coming down the hill when you're bombing that right-hander, you can just hear the tires squealing and letting you know how angry they are, and that front left just goes away in bunches.
Yeah, we saw in the GR4 race how important that front left is to keep alive in your stints, because I think it was the Team Bahamut and the Mazda cars, the 4-wheel drive cars had a lot of difficulty keeping that tire alive, and then they would lose a ton of time in their laps as soon as that tire would go.
Yes, this also happened in the Lexus. Initially was planning to do a one-stop strategy, but had to come in at the end of 15 and get new tires because my front left completely was blown at 14, and I was losing about 6 seconds a lap. Looks like we have an incident down there with KG. Waiting to rejoin to the track, get on safely.
No damage though, but I'm not sure if you'll be able to do another hot lap. B. Dutra setting a 118.5 to put himself into second position.
Shooting up the pack. We had another guy off that looked like a Honda that was sitting off track over there.
I wonder if that was Hubble. No.
right, we're closing in the last seconds here.
Looks like Alan coming into the pit for his final lap, I guess. Silva
look
with
like
a
Alan
top
made it.
time. Oh my God, with a
Oh wow, Silva
118.031.
118.0. Coming out fiery, making them stay up late. He's gonna bring the heat to these boys. Make it worth it to race till 4 a.m.
So it looks like I think all of our contenders are done here with their hot lapping. I don't think there's anyone else on the track that's running. Maybe Azazel here.
Azazel's got one left. Silva just finished his last one at 118.7. He did not improve on that 118.0. Zazel finishes up, last contender to round out the qualifying. Didn't improve his time, but not his position. Good showing.
And Raleigh crosses the line there, not able to improve either. So it looks like our final position standings for the qualifying is Jay Silva with pole position, followed by Hubble Spheres and B Dutra from the top, forming our top three. Toasty in fourth, KG in fifth, followed by Ryder in sixth, Armsway in seventh, followed by his teammate Stoles, Allen in ninth, Bike Guru in 10th, Azazel in 11th, Flying Disc 12th, Raleigh Rancher in 13th, and War in 14th. So jumping back to the previous GR4 standings. So the Team Constructors Championship right now looks like Hoonigan Huntings Racing is in the lead with 29 points, followed by Maelstrom Motorsports Nismo with 23 points. Bahamut Subaru in third place with 20 points. Shinra Electric Power Company with 19. Avanti Corsa in fifth with 18 points, followed by Crouch Truck Racing and then Vet Intimidator Racing.
All right. We'll see how those standings change at the end of this next.
All right. So I'm going to exit the room and then rejoin to see if that fixes my my livery issue. So give me 1 second. We'll be right back.
No problem.
Okay, we're back, and hopefully that fixes our livery issue. It'd be a shame to not have the liveries all rendering correctly in the game for the race. DJams, great to have you back and tuning in. It's been a while. Hope you're doing well.
Now, looking at the times, there's a lot of 118s and 119s on the board. Everybody made it under a 121. That's good to see.
Yeah, so the top 6 are all within 1 second of each other. And then the top 11 are all within 2 seconds.
All right, we're gonna give them about another minute, and then we're gonna start this feature race.
So it looks like it's a pretty even spread of teams in the qualifying results. We have 5 different teams representing the first 5 positions. And then we have Harm's Way and Stoles up in 7th and 8th right next to each other. So pretty intense field. I think pretty disappointing, I guess, result for Bahamut Subaru. They're currently sitting in 11th and 14th at the moment.
Yeah, they have the GR3 car that doesn't like the track. We'll see if maybe they have better luck in the feature. Hopefully they do. The strategy can conquer pace in this one. We will see. The tire wear is tremendously high, as we saw earlier, and I expect it will be the same for these cars, especially with more horsepower.
KG's message in chat. Good luck, you're fast. I'm a beginner.
Yeah, there are no beginners in this race lobby. 0. Absolutely none. All right, here we go. With a Bahamut to start it off. Hopefully Bahamut does well in this race. I'm a little partial to the team, as that's where I resided for season 1.
Now we'll see if they can pull off a 1-2. All right, here we are, the GR3 class, ready to roll, waiting for the lights to come on. Here are the lights.
All the lights.
All right,
Lights out, here we go.
Yep. So Silva takes a slow start. Hubble able to get him on the start. Toasty is close
NSX
behind.
was a rocket ship. They're filing
Silva is falling back. KG able to make position, it seems, on Ryder. He is split between both of the Nismos. Looks like my rendering issue's gone as well, so that's kind of nice.
It does indeed. Off screen, it looks like we had a small incident involving Dutra. He got pushed off the track in turn 1, came back on in 12th place. We'll see how that plays out for one of our top 3 qualifiers.
I wonder if we'll be able to catch that on replay. So Hubble is right now comfortable in the lead with Toasty actually not comfortable here. Toasty is going to come up with a draft. Might be able to make a pass into the 10.
Penalty as well.
All right, Toasty takes the inside, getting side by side with Hubble into turn 10. Late on the brakes, able to make the turn, makes the pass. Hubble not fighting back.
Hubble knows it's too early to fight that hard in this race. got a long way to go.
That's true. Oh, the Nismos are side by side going to turn 1, and Silva keeps it ahead of Ryder. Harmsway following closely behind.
Looks like there's a little battle right there with Allen and Stolz as well, coming into the S
side by side,
them.
yeah. Ooh, Allen able to maintain the lead in front of War Eagle. Raleigh getting wide there.
Actually, there was a little contact with Dutra. Caused Raleigh to go wide.
Let's see if we can play back whatever happened to Dutra on the opening lap. Let's see if we caught it there. No, we only see him getting into the grass, unfortunately, in the replay. Okay. So Toasty opens up his second lap with a 1:19.6. Hubble in the 1:20. We'll keep a track on these two. So Toasty is running the mediums. He's expected to go faster, and luckily he was able, getting a little squirrely there in the S's. We expect Toasty to be lapping faster, so it's good that he got around Hubble early, as early as he did. I think Hubble would be playing a longer strategy, so.
It makes you wonder, is it going to be a 2-stop versus a 1-stop strategy at play here, as we saw last week between these same two racers?
That's true. It might be reversed, though, so Toasty being the one on the 2-stopper, yeah.
Yes. We will see how this plays out. There's a long way to go in this. Plenty of time for unforeseen things, such as a VSC or who knows what. Looking through the crowd here, looks like a Zazel, who's back running at 14th, has picked up some damage somewhere in the first couple of laps. See how long he stays out on track. Something to keep an eye on as this race progresses, if he tries to run with it versus taking an early pit.
Yeah, it's always tough to get damage this early in the race, because a pit is just a straight up disadvantage. You can't even make up for it by getting more fuel or changing your tires. So we got a little battle here going between Stolz. Actually, it's a little bit of a... Oh, Stolz, yeah. It's Stolz, War, and Allen, followed by Bike Guru. War Eagle with the 1-second penalty is going to have to serve down the straight. Going to put him out of contention in this train.
That's going to hurt a little bit. He might be able to pull in back in the draft behind Flying Disc back there in that Lexus. We'll see if it puts him out too far or not.
Bike Guru there getting alongside Allen down into turn 10. Is he going to... no, he takes a quick look there, tucks back in. Making the decision to not try to overtake, but getting pretty close there with Allen into the last turn onto the front straight. Is he going to be able to get alongside for turn 1?
Turn 1. Still neck and neck coming up to turns 2 and 3.
This is quite an intense race here for these 4 gentlemen here. Allen typically likes his race where, you know, he's just pacing his own car, is in his own race, making sure he's running his own strategy, but I don't think he's going to be able to do it this season. He's going to be crowded in the front and the back. He's going to have a lot harder time strategizing when he's got a lot of battling going on.
Yeah, it looks like no matter what position you are or what your pace is in this group, you're going to be fighting the entire race. Anywhere on the track, there's not really anybody all out to themselves so far. Top three are kind of making a little space, but after those guys, you have quite a group of racers here.
Yeah. And even then, even though Toasty is out by himself, he's still technically fighting Humpel because they're on different strategies. So we'll see when they kind of converge towards the end of the race.
Yeah, they're going to have their fight in the last few laps. I will see how it plays out. How many stops they're going to make.
So Stoll's currently on the hards. We got Alan shortly behind in the mediums.
Yes.
Bike Guru also on mediums. Flying Disc also on mediums. And then Raleigh also on mediums.
You know, so interestingly, if you look up at the top, most of those guys are on hards. We got 6 guys starting on hards versus 8 on mediums. So the strategies are across the board right now.
Yeah. Looks like Stolz is picking up some time here on Ryder. This is just like a train straight from like Harm's Way all the way down to I think it's to Raleigh.
You know, Silva, his lead was Silva. He's right there in front of Harms, and yeah, that is quite a group from 4th to 12th.
Alan there having to take the inside a little bit to defend into turn 1 to prevent Bike Guru from catching him out. And this is one of the situations where it's just you're trying to make a pass and the person in front of you, but you're trying to defend at the same time. It's really hairy. So Ryder here coming up on Harm's Way into the back straight. Oh man, there's so much action going on. We need like multiple screens going on here. So Ryder not quite able to get that slipstream. That Mazda is really fast in the straight. Same with Stoll's pulling away from Allen from turn
directly
turn
behind
7.
We're about to have 3 coming into the chicane here together.
Oh, Allen makes the move, takes the inside into turn 10.
Stoll slams the door on Bike Guru, also trying to sneak through there.
But Bike Guru
he's gonna go inside in the last turn.
That compromise allowed Flying Disc to take advantage and make a pass on the front straight. Like I was saying earlier, it's one of those things where the minute you try to make a pass on the person in front of you, you're going to compromise your position and make yourself vulnerable for the person behind.
And the War looks like he's sneaking up on Bike Guru in the back too. That could have been a really costly mistake for Bike Guru.
Yeah, this is really intense here. Oh, War making a slight mistake there, losing the rear grip, and Raleigh Ranch are going to be able to catch him.
Raleigh's going to make the pass on the inside of 6 coming in. Can he hold it through 7? That's a bad line to take through 7. Yeah. Oh, yes, he can.
They're both going to lose out on speed, though.
Looks like Bike Guru ahead of them also picked up a penalty in his race and trying to hold his position, so he might drop back with these 2 before it's said and done.
Oh, my goodness.
Going into this next chicane. Raleigh Rancher and War battling each other into the chicane, coming up on a slower car as well. Side by side through there. Well done, boys.
Raleigh Rancher not giving up. War there taking a wide line into turn 1. Raleigh getting a little wide into the marbles, but not losing a lot of time to War Eagle. This battle is getting pretty scrappy. Got Harm's Way with, I think he just made a pass on Ryder here.
Alright, so it looks like KG has ran the life out of his tires. He is bleeding time to Silva right now up the back in third spot.
Let me check this replay real quick with Harm's Way, and so maybe Ryder was getting close up onto Harm's Way there. Yeah, Harm's Way getting the draft into the panhandle, but not being able to quite make a pass work there. Yeah, so KG is already spent his front left tires there entirely.
He has spent it a couple of laps ago.
It's funny
spent
because
the back left as well.
It's funny because like I know he's a controller user, but I forget that he uses the D-pad and like X as like accelerate, which is like absolutely intense for the pace that he runs on the game. But like unfortunately, tire wear is an issue for him because obviously if you're using the D-pad, you're either turning like 100% basically or not.
When KG makes the conversion over to racing with the wheel, he is going to be something to reckon with.
Yeah, he will be a force to reckon with for sure. Dutra is also a controller user, but it's much easier.
Controls.
Yeah, the motion controls, and it's much easier to save your tires. I think KG is the only person who uses the D-pad and X for accelerate, and I think square was it for brake or something. Absolutely absolutely unhinged.
KG has been playing Gran Turismo, the same controller setup since Gran Turismo 1, and he has carried his speed from the first one into the 7th one.
Stoll's still stuck onto Allen's rear there. So further down the grid, we've got Raleigh Rancher in 11th. Dutra still in 12th. Made a position because War dove into the pits.
Yeah, it looks like War picked up a little damage on the front of his car.
Oh, interesting.
It does not look like it's a good afternoon, evening for Bahamut Racing right now.
Yeah, Bahamut is not having the best of luck today. Yeah, KG is a beast, Bryn. I agree 100%.
KG was about to work out his tires. Now Silva's caught up to him, but let's see if Silva can get around him, or if that's just going to start clogging up and letting all these guys all the way back to Bike Guru catch up.
So it's interesting because Silva's front and left tires also starting to go, and I think it's going to be just as difficult for him to make a pass on KG.
Same with Ryder. Ryder's and Allen, they're all looking weak, but if you look at the two Hoonigan Honey Racing Mazdas, their tire wear seems to be very favorable for this race. It looks like we got a yellow flag up here in this earlier in the sector as well. But yes.
So Silva there making the pass on KG due to a mistake. Yeah, it looks like the Mosses are in good shape. They got really little tire wear there on the Racing on the Hards and maintaining their 5th position. Stolz is in 8th currently. KG getting really squirrely there on the exit of turn 7. Harm's Way able to catch up and potentially make a pass into turn 10.
Yeah, I don't think KG's got the tires to defend anything right now. He's just struggling to stay alive, make it to the pits. Looks like Toasty pulled in for his first stop of the race.
So KG also dives into the pits as well. So Ryder there looking to make a pass on the outside against Stoles. Is he able to make it stick though? He does.
Looks like it.
Great move there by Ryder. I wonder if Stoles maybe made a mistake at the last turn in front of the front straight there. So Ryder really pushing his tires too. His front right or front left with the hards is almost all the way burnt out.
Yeah.
And Alan as well. Alan's tires are...
Yeah, their tires are about identical right now.
Ryder looking to go into the outside of... Well, taking a quick look, but not committing to the move. Alan looks like he wants to defend the inside, but isn't able to make it work, and still keeps the position though, hopefully going deep into turn 10. Getting a bad exit though.
They're staying out there.
Man, Alan has been having an intense race. Every single lap he's been battling someone.
He has not gotten a second to breathe since the lights went out.
Understeers a little bit to turn 1.
Oh, and they're gonna go maybe 2-3 wide into turn 2 to 3 complex here into the S's. What a battle here for the 3rd place position on lap 14.
Yeah, Ryder trying every single thing to get his car around Alan. Alan making his car at least 3 car widths wide. And Ryder has exposed himself to Stoles.
Yeah, so it looks like while we were watching that battle occur in turns 2 and 3, a race leader at the time, Hubble, went into the pits. He's come out on mediums for his second stint, and Toasty has come out on hards for his second stint.
Oh, interesting. So they swapped. So it sounds like potentially at the end of this current stint for both of them, they should potentially be side by side.
Yes.
Stoll's getting around Ryder there into turn 10. And will we see Alan make a dive into the pit? No, he stays out. Now this is the point where Stoles will actually start losing time in his strategy, being backed up by Alan here.
Yeah, he needs to try to get around him as fast as possible. Same with Harm's Way up here at Silva above him. Same situation for most of the top 5. Everybody not in a Mazda is on 3 tires.
Yeah, looks like that Mazda's set up really well to minimize their tire wear and potentially their driving style too, and whatever they're doing there is definitely working. Stoll's getting a little bit into the grass, but able to keep the car planted with enough speed on the exit. And I think maybe all the battling here has really caused a lot of people there to really struggle with their tires. Stoll's making a quick peek into the inside, not able to attempt a pass. And in goes to the pits.
Alan's going to the pits. Yep. Silva went to the pits too.
All right, so that clears Harm's Way to take the lead of the race.
Now we have a Hoonigan Honeys racing 1-2 currently.
Yeah, and they're only 7 seconds apart, and with great tire wear and fuel usage, so it looks like they're on the same strategy, probably going to be on the same strategy for the whole race. But
yeah, well, let's see if they can go. I mean, if they can go 6 more laps with what they've got in the gas tank, they're going to be able to one-stop this race, and that might be the optimal strategy considering that they're running at a really good pace. And have that one pit stop versus everybody else's 2 or 3, it's going to be mega.
Yeah, certainly. HHR Racing looking really good here in their opening race. In their
I
team
don't know if
debut.
they're gonna make it. Gas tanks are getting flashy.
Yeah. So Hubble here trying to get past Ryder.
And it looks like they have a Raleigh Rancher, the other Avanti Corsa Honda, in front of them. Should make it interesting.
I think Raleigh is a lap down. I'm sure he'll let Hubble by pretty easily as he approaches. So Toasty ended up, let's see here. Toasty ended up behind Hubble after the pit stop.
He did. He took a lot more gas than Hubble did.
Yeah, okay. That makes sense. Interesting. We'll see how this plays out. So if maybe Toasty's going for a 3-stop and Hubble is going for a 2-stop. Yeah, we'll see
We'll
though.
see.
I guess if he's on hards now, it's going to be a 2-stop for both of them. They're just on inverse strategies.
Yeah, but looks like Hubble's gonna have to pit. He'll pit probably again for his third stint before Toasty pits again.
Yeah.
Toasty pitted about 2 laps ahead of him, and also has about a quarter of a tank more fuel currently than what Hubble's got. We'll
Yeah,
see.
so
Looks
maybe-
like the
Yeah, so maybe Hubble is on a
Honeys are coming
3-stop.
in. Hubble's gonna shoot back up in the first place.
Really nice looking livery there for Team HHR.
I love that kill all tires sticker on the back of their car when clearly they do not kill the
Yeah.
tires.
They're the most gentle on the tires. This
We
race.
love tires. That's what it needs to say.
Yeah, they need to change that to save all tires. So let's check the back of the pack here. So Dutra recovering from a early accident here and an incident, unfortunate to his race, but he's managed to get back into 11th place here.
It looks like he also recently has pitted his tires and is looking pretty fresh. So
Yeah.
Dutra's in a good position to continue moving up this field. He's got the pace to do it.
Yeah, so he's just behind Flying Disc here, looking for a potential pass into turn 1. Both on fresh tires, but Dutra with the advantage here on the racing mediums.
He's having trouble getting by him by the out of the S's. See if he gets a good exit coming out of turn 5 here.
Oh yeah, he's got some good speed. Having a little back and forth there to get around him. Flying Disc was opting to take the inside and hopefully defending, but not able to make that work. So outside of the pits, Stoll's back on track, but he's now finds himself behind Allen. But it looks like he also took a lot more fuel. And Allen is actually right behind Harm's Way as well.
Yeah, Harm's Way came out right in front of him, so Allen's breathing room continues to stay at 0.
It's hilarious because like in season 1, it was just Allen running his own race, by himself, almost like, on his own strategy. And now it's just the exact opposite. He's just always in
Occasionally
traffic.
he'd have a battle with D-Jams, but
So both are on the racing mediums. Allen on the with a slightly lighter fuel load. But if you look at their pace right now, so Harm's Way was lapping a 121 on average for his first stint, it looks like. And Allen was also in the 121s before his tires started going, so making a slight mistake there into the chicane.
Yeah, Allen's last 2 laps, he pulled a second off of that time.
Yeah. I wonder if the slipstream from Harm's Way really helped him there, and hopefully he'll be able to get back into it and catch up enough to be able to benefit from it again.
Harm's Way just put in a 120.3 on that last lap for his fastest of the race, so he's got some speed coming out now.
So back up to our leader. Speaking of pace, Hubble is running looks like a 119, 120-ish average on pace. Toasty with the fastest lap of 119.201. I believe that was maybe his in lap. Catching the other Avanti Corsa car, Raleigh Rancher, I believe, to lap him. So currently running at 12 seconds behind Hubble. He's got some time to make up. But yeah, he did take a lot more fuel. He took about, let's see, if he's judging by the meter, it looks like he's got maybe a quarter of a tank. So that's what...
Yeah, about a quarter of a tank more than Hubble. I wonder if Toasty's on a 2-stop versus Hubble's 3-stop. Oh, a little sketchy from Raleigh Rancher there coming out of turn 7. Toasty makes it through cleanly. It'll be interesting to see how it plays out. I think most of that 13 seconds is going to get made up in the pits.
Yeah, definitely. I was just making some quick mental calculations here. So a quarter tank is around 25 liters of fuel. That's about 8 to 9 seconds in the pits. So he's technically running somewhere around 4 seconds behind Hubble at the moment. And it might increase as Hubble continues to spend more fuel and Toasty continues to save relative.
And the tire difference as well. Hubble's on the faster tires for this stint as well, so it's helping him pull away. But Toasty was about 4 to 5 seconds in the lead when he went into the pits.
Yeah, that's true. So Dutra sets the fastest lap of 1:18.2. That is an insane time. Will it be sustainable though? That's the question.
Oh, it looks like maybe Ryder got caught with a glitch or a bug or so. Yes, I think Ryder got stuck in the pits. It looks like he had to back out of the race.
Oh no, that's so unfortunate. That sucks.
That does suck, because look, I saw him, he's just sitting in the pits,
oh no, Dutra
not getting
off
tires.
Dutra there struggling a little bit with consistency.
Well, that 1 lap pace is rapid at 118.2. That's well over a second faster than where we were previously sitting. So it looks like Hubble's run into a little bit of lap traffic as well.
So yeah, maybe Flying Disc there trying to intentionally slow him up a little bit to get Toasty back in the battle.
A little team strategy at play.
So for those of you joining us at LRC, it is our blue flags work a little bit differently from what you may know from something like Formula One. So here, the faster paced cars, it's their responsibility to get around the blue flag cars, but the blue flag cars are not allowed to fight those cars, but they can maintain their line. So if there is
They
any
do not.
shenanigans going on, it might be brought down by the stewards fairly quickly after the race.
So it looks like Hubble's come in for his second pit of the race. Let's see how much fuel he decides to take for this stint. Toasty moves back into the lead coming up the hill into turns 2 and 3. Alright, so again, Hubble did not take but about 2/3 of a tank of gas. We'll see. Hubble's going to have to stop again. He's not going to make it to the end of the race on that much fuel.
Yeah. So then if he makes another pit stop...
Yeah, they both have one pit stop left. It should be interesting. If Hubble can make up the gap, it's pretty sizable right now. It's about 27 seconds. He's on mediums.
Yeah, so if he ends up fueling a similar amount as Toasty for the last stint, he's going to really have to make up the pace, or make up the time just strictly on pace. I think he'll have to fuel maybe a little bit less than Toasty.
Well, yeah, he definitely took, I think Toasty took about 82 to 85 on his first stint, and Hubble just took about 63. So if Toasty pulls about the same, that should put him in the pits about 8 seconds longer than what Hubble just was. So he'll make up a chunk of it there. We'll see how the overall strategy plays out.
Yeah, so that leaves about 15, 16 seconds that he's going to make up on the track.
Yep, from the extra stop.
So Harm's Way pulling a gap away from Allen at the moment, about 5 seconds ahead of the red Shinra Electric Power Company car. And we got Stoles about 8 seconds behind him. And B. Dutra up into 7th place already.
Yeah, Dutra's going good. It looks like he just made a pass on KG while KG was in the pits. Probably had a couple of pits there. Bike Guru's coming out of the pits, as well as Wars on pretty fresh tires as well.
Yeah.
Plus we had Ryder had to back out, so he was running in the top 7 for most of the first half of the race.
I feel like that happened to someone else in one of our races. I don't know if it was Ryder or...
It happened to Allen in the Daytona FPGP. Yeah. He got locked in the pits trying to change his tires.
Yeah. Yeah, that's unfortunate. Seeing a race end because of something stupid like a bug in the game is just incredibly disappointing. I feel for Ryder. He was running a pretty good race up until then as well.
He had a pretty solid race going. He was battling up there, making it entertaining in that battle with Allen Stoles Harm's Way, Bike Guru. Alright, already Hubble Sphere's cut 5 seconds out of that gap to Toasty.
Oh yeah, man, it's gonna be close then. So yeah, it looks like Toasty is doing a 121 on average, and Hubble hitting the 119s. So he's gonna be able to make that time up. I think it's gonna come down to the wire.
Oh, a little contact there between Silva and Raleigh Rancher. Looks like everybody's okay.
Yeah, I wonder what's going on there.
Maybe a little early braking from Silva, bobbing down that downhill right-hander with 3 tires can get a little sketchy sometimes.
Yeah.
Looks like it allowed Bike Guru in the Intimidator Racing Corvette to swing on by and make it up into the top 10.
Yeah, so Brogue is asking if all the time that Hubble is making up has been taken into consideration for his fuel strategy. Most definitely. Like, he's strategically fueling the car up to 2/3 to get a lighter load and run a faster pace in all of his stints. Definitely an intentional strategic decision there.
Yes. Yeah, Hubble and Toasty are definitely well prepared for this race with their strategies. I'm sure each of them thinks they have the optimal strategy. I'm excited to see how it plays out as we go. I think Toasty's definitely gonna only one more stop left for both of them. See, Silva just took another stop as well. See where that puts him out at.
So a little bit of a battle forming here with Raleigh Ranger and Azazel. Azazel coming up on Raleigh, exiting the S's and heading down. Oh, and Raleigh goes off the track there in a turn 5.
Into the sand. A good rejoin behind Hubble's Furies is right behind Azazel.
Trading one Avanti Corsa Honda for the other. Azazel probably confused as why the blue flag is behind him right now.
He's behind him when he just made a position.
Yeah. Ah, there he goes. So after Silva pits, looks like Harm's Way is now into 3rd place and Allen into 4th. Although Allen's tires there really run down to the core on his front left.
See if Stolska start cutting into that 6-second gap that he's got to Allen. Once Allen gets to that 3 tires rid of those drop laps, just trying to get the car across the line to start the next stint.
Rogue is saying Allen finally has some breathing room.
He does.
Yeah, finally.
Yeah, we're getting a little spaced out here on the track now. Little bit of a battle could go down between Azazel and Dutra here, coming out of 6 and 7.
Dutra there, get into the grass. Oh, and he loses it. Spins the car out. Oh no.
Stream curse.
Gets damage on that rear spoiler. He's having a rough race.
Yeah, he's having a pretty rough go of it today. So Toasty looks like he's finally coming to his end lap. We're going to start seeing differences of strategies coming into play real soon here between our leaders.
All right, so he's got about a 9-second lead over Hubble. If he fuels up to about 80, he's going to be probably
Once if
like
Hubble pits one more time, fills to 60, that's about a 7 to 8 second difference.
Yeah.
See, so we got 12 laps left.
So Harm's Way makes his way past Toasty in the pits.
Alright, so
looks like
Toasty
Harm's
filled it to
Way-
85. And it's coming back out on hards. It does not look like Toasty plans on stopping again. Stoles came in a lap. Looks like he came in a lap earlier than Harm's Way this time. They came in at the same time last time.
Yeah, we kind of got a little bit of a strategic race between Silva and Harm's Way as well. So Harm's Way probably going to take one more pit stop. And Silva also likely to take one more pit stop, I believe. But he will have to fuel less than Harm's Way.
He
Currently
will.
sitting
But I
about
wonder
16
with
seconds.
the way that Mazda is towards the tires, if Harm's Way is going to maybe try to go one more lap here and then come in and do some softs for 10 laps at the end.
Yeah, it seems like softs would be the choice considering their tire wear.
He's definitely staying out. He's got enough gas to do another one. I don't know if he's getting two more, but I wonder if he's going to throw some softs on that thing and see if he can make them go.
Yeah. Yeah, excellent effort so far by the captain, I believe, of the HHR racing team.
Oh, wow.
Looking good for a potential podium at the first round here at the season 2 of the league. So Bike Guru here coming up on Allen, who just came out of the pits, I believe the lap before.
Oh, yes. If you look right in front of him is Hubblesphere, and there is just quite a grouping there. Riley Rancher was in front of all of them as Hubble was trying to make his way through. Riley ended up going off track a little bit. But Hubble and Allen are having a battle. Stoles is off in the distance, not too far behind them in 8th place. They're gonna catching up, making some time. Oh, Allen's breathing room has run out once more.
Although I believe Hubble is just making his way past as he was lapping Allen and Bike Guru, which is crazy because they're only in 6th place. So those cars getting lapped is actually kind of crazy.
Yeah, well, they looks like Allen he'll probably not stop again for the rest of the race, so he'll get his lap back, I'm sure, when Hubble decides to make that last stop.
Same with
looks like
Bike
Harm's
Guru.
Way's on his last stop right now. Drops back down into 5th place. So yeah, for the third stint for Toasty, he went back to the mediums. See if that plays into the time that he was losing to Hubble. 45 seconds behind him currently.
Yeah, I wonder if Toasty went with the mediums on the first stint to prevent any potential battling in the opening laps. All right, so Hubble is in the pits.
He is in the pits.
There's about a 44-second gap to Toasty, so depending on how much he fuels, I think he might come out a couple, like anywhere between 5 to 10 seconds ahead of Toasty. Or maybe
See
not.
if he's going to cut it to about the same 63 that he was fueling. So we got Toasty coming down. Hubble leaves the pits at 63. Toasty's coming through the chicane. He's going to have much more speed coming down the straight here. Silva dives into the pits as well.
So you can see Hubblesphere is there leaving the pit exit. And Toasty is just about turning turn 1, so he's going to be right behind Hubble there with cold tires.
Oh,
and we
we're
have
gonna
a
have
race.
a
It is, oh
fight
my
for
God,
the last
yeah.
10 laps. Let's go.
Wow, so Toasty is less than a second behind Hubble. Their strategies line up to a T. Although
Toasty's
both
got
are
a little
on
more tire wear, but he also has a little more
a bit more
gas in the
fuel,
tank to
yeah.
really push Hubble.
Oh man, dude, this is gonna be a tight race to the end here. And this is just gonna be pure pace. They're both gonna have to stick to their strategy, but they have essentially the same tire wear and the same fuel.
Yeah, it's going to be a tight one. It's going to see how it plays out. Is Toasty going to push him early? Is he going to tuck him behind and wait a couple laps? See what he does here.
I think we're going to be seeing a lot of great racing between these two the entire season. I'm excited for what the season has for us.
I won't be surprised if some of these other drivers mix it up with some of these guys, depending on the combo. Like Dutra's not having the greatest race tonight, but he's definitely got the pace to be up there. Oh, Hubble Sphere getting into the back of War just a little bit in turn 3.
Yeah, luckily no damage or anything to affect his race. So Silva coming out of the pits ahead of Harm's Way. Also, we got a race on here. Just under 2 seconds, Harm's Way is going to be behind Silva.
He's got much more gas than Silva.
Yeah. So he's got more gas. He's got about the same amount of tires, and we know that the Mazda's better on the tires too. So
come back about lap 41. The tire wear is going to be drastically different between those two.
Oh yeah. I think Harm's Way will have the advantage going into the closing laps of the race, but he might lose some time here in the first couple of laps here. So we got another battle here between Allen and Stolz. Man, we got battles all the way down. So 1 and 2 are fighting, 3 and 4 are fighting, and 5 and 6 are fighting. This is also going to be a close battle to the end. We got a battle between Dutra and KG. Dutra's got that damage to his rear spoiler, so it's going to slow him down. So 7th and 8th also fighting for position within a second for each other. We got Bike Guru and Flying Disc about 2 seconds away from each other, followed by Azazel about 5 seconds behind. We got Raleigh Rancher bringing up the back of the grid here. Unfortunately, Ryder had an issue where he had to disconnect, so we have a DNF for Ryder.
Yeah, looks like that's past lap. We also lost War.
Oh, okay. So Toasty there looking to the inside of turn 1. Is he going to make the pass?
Making the
Oh
pass.
my God, they go side by side in turn 1.
No, Hubble's going to have the inside coming into 2 and 3.
Oh, and Toasty makes it stick.
Toasty holds it.
Good Lord.
As they come down through the S's out of turn 5.
So there might be a little bit of strategy at play here. Like you can save some fuel behind the car and by being behind the car. But I think at this point they both have enough fuel to go at the end.
Oh, looks
I
like
don't think an advantage is going to come into play on fuel either.
I I think Toasty knew that his tires were going to be a little bit better at the end. He had to make the move early. Maybe he figures it's a lot easier to pass with fresh tires and hold the position when they go dead than try to pass with dead tires at the end of the race.
That's true, yeah, that's very true. That track position's incredibly important in the closing laps of this race as their tires start to go. But Hubble is staying close behind. He's not going to let Toasty run away with this.
White Death, as we call him in LRC.
Oh, it gets a little squirrely there on the exit. Cuts the grass. You can see he's absolutely trying to extract every inch of the track with this car. So Silva pulling a little bit of a gap ahead of Harm's Way, opens it up to about 4.5 seconds.
Silva's put in 3 laps at the low 119s in a row. All 3 of them would have been good for fastest lap had Dutra not put down that flyer earlier in the race. So
Silva's tire wear is looking pretty good too. He's only got about 60 or maybe 70% left on that thing, or I guess I would say only 30% worn down, and he's only got what 6 laps left. So I think he'll be able to run it till the end there. I think Harm's Way is not extracting enough pace out of his tires potentially. So Stolz was able to get past Allen. I think we missed the overtake there. So we're looking at a 4 or 5 for HHR so far, assuming that Silva is able to keep the last podium position.
Yeah, really good showing from the Mazdas in this GR3 race. Really surprised by the tire wear that thing is showing. It looks like it's going to be a force to be reckoned with at any high tire wear tracks this season.
Yeah, for sure.
Considering all the cars are locked now, so now that the cat's out the bag, we can't make any changes to what we're racing. Boys in those Mazda GR3s definitely have a good thing when it comes to stopping less than other people.
Oh my god, this race between Toasty and Hubble is so close.
Oh, they are so close. Less than half a second between the 2 of them.
So the pressure is now on Toasty to keep the lead and keep the track position for the next 3 final laps of the race. Will he be able to soak in that pressure and not make any mistakes?
Hubble's closing the gap.
He's getting
there.
really close.
Turn 7.
Toasty getting a little squirrely.
Pressure on.
So Toasty's tires too are getting a lot worse than Hubble there. Hubble's got significant better tire wear in these closing laps, especially on that front left.
Yeah, its tires are 2 laps newer, and he's been pushing left. If you look, the fuel wear, the fuel that they have left is virtually equal. Toasty had a pretty decent chunk of fuel more when Hubble had come out of the pits. So he's been pushing the car. I think Harm's Way might have heard you through the commentary booth. He is taking some time out of Silva now, pushing those tires.
Oh, and just as you say that, he goes deep into turn 10. potentially losing a lot of time there. Ah, man, we need like a picture-in-picture like broadcast to be able to watch both these battles going on.
It's getting intense as Toasty and Hubblesphere approaching. This is turn 8 into 10A, 10B with Dutra right in front of them. Dutra now has some damage on the front end of his arrow as well as the rear, so they should catch him pretty quickly here. Hopefully they make it all around cleanly. We don't have any incidents late in the race.
Toasty keeping it together through the S's with the White Death literally staring him in the face. Although Hubble gets a good run there, not able to make, takes a quick
He
peek,
couldn't
but
make
not
it
able
around.
to.
Dutra was in his way. He wanted to cut on the inside, but they had to get around the lap traffic.
So Hubble knows he's got to make a move soon. He takes a good exit there in the slipstream of Toasty. Is he going to be able to make this pass work? He's in the slipstream. He's got the run on him. He's gonna look for the inside here. Gets alongside Toasty into turn 10.
Side by side.
They're side by side. Oh my God.
Oh, it looks like he's holding the line. He gets a little squirrely. Toasty gets squirrely behind him. Oh, it's a last lap shootout. Hubble's got the tires.
Yeah, Hubble maybe strategically saving his tires. And yeah, maybe that was a gamble by Toasty to try to take the track position while he still had the tires. But it looks like it did not pay off. Oh man, this is so close. So Toasty's not letting Hubble get away with it. He's still on his tail.
There's a couple of long straights he can pull drafts down too. It's getting really tight in the exit of 5.
So it looks like Harm's Way not able to catch Silva. Silva's still quite a long ways ahead and safely into 3rd place so far. So we're here at the final lap into the Panhandle. Toasty getting really close here to Hubble. Keeps it,
it's a good exit.
Tight. Yeah, it's a good
out
exit.
Of 7.
Oh my God. Okay, so
he's he's gaining on him. He's gaining on him as they come into the chicane.
Oh my goodness. So Hubble is strategically going to take the inside here to make sure that Toasty cannot make the pass on him.
He's gonna send it.
Is Toasty gonna do a switcheroo and get a better exit into the last corner? I don't think so.
Hubble's gonna hold it off and take the first win of the season.
Hubble
the Avanti Corsa Honda.
Oh my goodness, what a finish.
Woo.
Less than half a second. Hubble was able to defend into turn 10. Oh my goodness. That's crazy, man. Oh man, oh my God. So Silva here finishing his final lap to get into 3rd place, finishing out the podium.
Rally Rancher sending it across the line in 12th. Let's go. Harm's Way coming up across the line, taking his 4th place. Stoll's right behind him. Good result. 2 top 5s for the Mazda team.
Very, very solid finish for the Team HHR. Allen with the 6th position. KG following up in 7th, the last unlapped car.
Coming through with his 3 tires.
Yep. B Dutra, Bike Guru, Flying Disc. We can review the results once we get into the lobby here. But man, what a crazy race. All right, so taking a look at the results. We got Hubble Sphere in first place by less than half a second. That is just absolutely nuts.
Oh man, look at their best laps too.
Oh my God.
They're right there.
That's like a hundredth of a second off their best laps.
Yep.
Absolutely.
Silva
crazy.
was right in that mix too. 119, 144. Dutra though with the lightning 118.2.
Yeah, absolutely mega there.
It was worth an extra point. Well done, sir.
Yeah, so we have Harm's Way and Stolz to finish up the top 5. Allen in 6th, KG in 7th, B Dutra in 8th, Bike Guru in 9th, Flying Disc in 10th. Then we have outside the top 10, Azazel, Raleigh Rancher, War, and Ryder. So War and Ryder both with the DNF there. Unfortunate for both of them. So let me input these results into our spreadsheet. Hopefully I fixed it this time so that it calculates correctly the team standings for both the GR3 and the GR4 team constructors championships. Let's see, we got KG. Allen is in 6th, KG 7th, Dutra in 8th, Bike Guru in 9th, and Disc. All right, so let me see if we got this right. So taking a look at the current drivers' standings. So the current driver standings is the same as the race results. Actually, I think I need to update the race points for the position.
You do. The point totals are off on the GR3.
Yeah, so we'll take a look at we'll revisit those, but according to the points that I have in the system right now, so Hoonigan Honey's racing at the top of the overall constructors championship. Or let's talk about the GR3 class. We got Avanti Corsa Honda point ahead of HHR Racing, CrowdStrike in 3rd, Shinra Electric Power Company in 4th, followed by Vet Intimidator Racing, Maelstrom, and then Bahamut. Bahamut with a really disappointing day. Hopefully they can come back next week with some better results. The overall team championship, this includes points from both of the GR3 and the GR4 classes. We got HHR Racing at the top, Avanti Corsa Honda in 2nd, Maelstrom Motorsports Nissan in 3rd, Shinra Toyota 4th. Then we got CrowdStrike Racing, Vet Intimidator Racing, and Bahamut. All right, so that wraps it up for our race, our first week here. Already off to an insane start. This whole season is going to be an absolutely nail-biter, just down to the last race. I know it. Dinosaur, do you have any closing remarks?
No, looking forward to it next week. Week 2, Mount Panorama, 2 feature races, and a GR4 sprint that's bound to get crazy. We'll see how it goes. It's going to be an exciting season.
Yeah, absolutely. I think it's going to be an amazing season, and it's already starting to shape up. It already is an amazing season. Like, if we just ended the season next week, it would be already an amazing season. So next week, yep, we have Mount Panorama. So please follow and subscribe if you want to stay tuned with the racing that we got here on the channel. We also have a Discord. I can actually just post a link here for our Discord viewers. Maybe I'll do that later. I don't have Discord up right now. But thank you for joining us, and we will see you next week.